This is not a picture of me. This is only a bunch of random pixels that just happen to most closely represent this picture, which is of me. Had I known where to look, I could have seen this image without ever needing to have taken the original picture. This all comes from the Library of Babel's website, which is named after a fictional library that contained every book imaginable. This website version also has an image feature that works in the same way. Combined, this library sports every combination of letters that can be written and pixels that can be displayed. An absolutely unimaginable number of combinations. Somewhere within its many pages is every story possible. Everyone's biographies, long after many have died and long before many are born. The cure for cancer. The meaning of life. Everything. It also contains a lot of rubbish. You can do this right now. Go to the website, flick to a random page, and it will just be gobbledygook. If you're lucky, you might find a word embedded within this spam. But this is the problem. As frustrating as it is to know that everything you've ever wanted to know is written somewhere within the Library of Babel, the difficulty is in finding it. You could spend your entire life clicking through each page and never find one that's remotely coherent. Isn't it frustrating? You could perhaps program a computer to only find pages with real words on it. But even then, almost 100% of these pages will have no meaningful order to them. They'll be little better than lyrics from a song by Jake Paul. And with every combination possible, that means that of all the pages promising a cure for cancer, many of them will be false. You'd have better luck finding the solution by flicking through a dictionary to a random word. So yeah, without the ability to find what you're looking for before you know what you'll find, this website is pointless for knowledge. But I can't help it. The idea is still fascinating to me. You can use the search function to look for an exact page, which it will do, along with an address which, had you previously known, you could have seen your search result before you searched for it. I mean, if you were super skeptical, then there is the possibility that this whole website's a sham that stores every search forever to give the illusion that it stores every combination. I mean, I can't even begin to imagine how they create an infinite page-generating algorithm in the first place, let alone a working search tool for it. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. So, the Library of Babel can't be used to find answers, but it can perhaps still serve other purposes. What about compression? Going back to my original picture, imagine that you could replace your photo albums with a series of links to this website. Could this save space? Sadly, no, because to provide enough combinations to allow for every conceivable picture, the addresses to them are so long that they take up more space than if you were just to store the pictures themselves. It seems that there's a reason that images are stored as tried and tested, optimized image files rather than as addresses to the Library of Babel. Indeed, if the Library of Babel ever existed, you're not talking about a large room or even a library. You're talking about millions of libraries within millions of libraries. Like Reception, where the addresses to the book you're looking for would take up an entire book in length itself, and it would take days, weeks, or even months before you could reach it, even if the library itself was nicely signposted. In conclusion, this site is pointless. It's far more useful to have fewer but more relevant entries, kind of like a normal library. But that doesn't stop me from liking the Library of Babel. I can't think of a use for it, but it still gets my mind racing. I can't get my head around its scale, but there's something exciting about the ambition of the project, and I can't help but load it up occasionally and to browse through its pages. I know that I probably won't find anything, but there's the tiniest, slightest chance that I might.